Ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down and 7. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Fields now to throw. The reception to Whalen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap. Fields able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Running right, Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Sheds off the tackle. He's still on his feet. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A punt return of 65 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On play action, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, some strong running. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Waller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
21-0 our score after 1. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Santos with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jordan Brooks. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Off play action, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check.
79 Broncos.
Mike's 42.
They'll set up a throw. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Let's go, D. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers get a score closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Second and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
So first thing across my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Here we go, Keith. Just me and you. That's just me and you. That's just me and you. 56, Mike.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tunyon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now Fields. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get out.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 35. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. It's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And the catch is made over the middle by Whalen. And he will have the Bears' 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. Complete to Whalen. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fields. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball, they leave too much space in front of them.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out, and the Packers pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half. That's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. A check down here to Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 4. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Jones with a nice gain there on 1st down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll drop to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make. And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it. They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Fields dumps it off to Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he's able to get in there and make a great play. On first down, it's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 56. 79 Broncos. Hey, 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Watch the slant.
to throw. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
He's back to throw. He gets it to Whalen, complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. The Packers have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber,